of ideas. So the power of ideas, part 3. So if you miss the other part 3. So we said 7 concepts, right? 7 concepts of what? Ideas. Okay. So the first concept is what? The origin of things. We said the origin of things is called what? The origin of things is ideas. The origin of things is what? Ideas. Number 2 is called ideas versus items. Ideas versus items. Okay. Number 3 is called the answer prayers. Okay, let me clean this. Okay. I need to clean this so that we can see some things today. Okay. It's called number 3 is called the answered prayers. The answered prayers. So that means your prayers is already answered when God gives you an idea. Number 4 is called the book of ideas. We say document the book of ideas. Document all your ideas. Number 5 is called investigate your ideas. Investigate your ideas. Okay. Number 6 is called what? Qualifying your ideas, right? Okay, next one is called what? Implementing your ideas. Implementing your ideas. So, okay. So we started saying that everything that God ever created and man ever invented comes out of what? Ideas. So we went and said that ideas comes from thought, and thought are what? Things. So we went to say that the fundamental difference between a rich man and a poor man is that poor people value items over ideas. Poor people, they value, consume items over ideas. And wealthy men, they pursue, develop ideas over items. Your mind is a source of ideas. So your mind is a source of ideas. So your imagination is the guy that is working on the workshop of your mind to make sure you fine tune all your ideas. So it said, God answer your prayer. It comes to, for God to answer your prayer, everything must come through ideas. Okay, for you to believe it and start taking action to convert your ideas into items or income, you must follow instructions. So, instructions that you must strategy and you must deliver it to people in exchange for goods or money. So it's 3 types of ideas. You must become, you must do, and you must do what? Have. And that is the order to follow. If you miss the other section, please go to the YouTube channel. You're going to see them there. So we went at the book of ideas. You must document your personal ideas, your professional ideas, and your prophetic ideas. Personal ideas are things that will improve your life and what? Your lifestyle. Professional ideas, things that will improve your business and your profession. While prophetic, things that will improve your mission and what? Your assignment. Okay? So we went to investigate your idea. We can check on it. You can start from the search engine. You can go to the world biggest library, the Google, the internet, So statistics, find out who have done that thing you want to do. Get a model, someone that have already succeeded to mentor you. In business, you cannot succeed without mentor. If I don't say the shortest cut to success is mentorship, let me not say you cannot succeed. You're going to be shorter and you're going to spend less time, less money, less resources with a mentor. Someone that already tried it over and over again, make the mistakes and document the practice. And that they keep telling us, one of the things we do as a culture is to follow SGS and KPI. You try and document all your processes every day because you cannot modify what is not documented. You cannot improve what is not documented. So we end yesterday by saying that the essence of investigation is to find out that the which of your ideas is to find out if that idea is workable, doable, affordable, and what? Profitable. We say this certain level of, you're going to give you a certain level of conviction and certainty, right? So today we're talking about qualifying your what? Ideas. We're going to be talking about these 2 today. So on qualifying your ideas, I don't know, this class, we have been drawing table every day, right? So we're going to draw 3 tables again today like this, 1, 2, 3. So on qualifying your idea, you have to do what they call survey or pull. Survey or pull. So you're going to do survey or pull, okay? You're going to pull the ideas. You're going to do pilot project. So pilot project. So we're going to look at your ideas. Pilot project, okay? The next one here is fine tune it. We call it testing and tweaking, right? Fine tune your ideas. So testing and tweaking. So before you get to the time you start implementing it, okay? Perfect. Okay. Have you drawn the 3 table now on qualifying your ideas? If you are still with us, shall I? You are not with us, shall ne? Seriously, what happened? Is it the rain? Don't let the rain be a problem, all right? So I said survey or pull. Survey or pull, you must conduct a survey or pull. You must pilot the project. Okay? And then you go to testing and tweaking. That is fine-tuning it. So every idea is that must work. If you want to, that idea you just think is original thing. You want to make it work. Begin to know that idea is more important than items. We use Apple as an example. The Apple idea brought more billions of dollars than the main Apple products. Just go and buy one. So there's a big difference when you value your ideas, and then that idea know that is an answer to someone else's prayer point. The electric bulb we see today by Thomas Edison is an answer to our prayer point today. But if you give up on his ideas, that would have not become a reality today. So let's write this down. Something here on survey. I said, conduct a survey among a small group of friends or customers to see if there will be any interest. Conduct a survey among a small group of friends or customers to see if there will be any interest. Conduct a survey. You have to conduct a survey among a group of friends or customers to see if there will be any interest, if they have interest. If there is any interest in that idea, like what I normally do, if I have an idea, I will call Engineer Rinze, I will talk to him, I will call my mentor. First person I will call is my mentors. I will talk to them, talk to my people that are close to me, talk to architects, talk before then. I will now come and talk to the mastermind groups. So I see sample their opinion about it. Then before then we come to the general house. So you must, I said, conduct a survey among a small group of friends. Conduct a survey. SUV. Conduct a survey among small group of friends or customers to see if they will be interested in your idea. If they will be interested, or if they find it interesting. Why the purpose of conducting a survey is to find out whether there will be interest among your friend and your customers. So one of the persons I talk to is my wife. I have an idea, I have to talk to her. So I'll seek her opinion about it. Say, this is what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? What is your opinion about it? So you must conduct that survey. That's where Mr. Kenneth asked us yesterday. So the first people you talk to is your mentors, people that have your interest. People that will have your interest, share the idea with them, share with friends, share with some customers to see if they will have interest in that idea. So let's go to pilot project. I say, conduct a pilot run of your project and monitor the result. Conduct a pilot run on your project and monitor the result. Conduct a pilot run on your project and monitor the result. Conduct a little pilot run on your project and monitor the results. So on this pilot project, so after you must have sampled the opinion, launch it. But I think last Sunday. So we have been talking about innovating our business into the partnering economy. So Meta just had the idea of partnering economy, that we should shift from the sharing economy to the partnering economy. First and foremost, I called my mentor. I told him we want to shift the project from sharing economy to partner economy, because everybody's partnering right now to succeed. Even the tree in the forest is partnering with other trees to become a forest. So if you don't partner, you will not achieve your dreams. Even the POS guys, the OPay and the Money Point, they partner with those guys that can afford small booths on the roadside. So you buy their POS and then you use a POS to do transaction. At the end of the day, you will share profit. At the level of partnership, profit is being shared. So even Dangote will not be Dangote without his partners with distributors. Even MTN, we have partners. So person where they struggle for this life now people where know they partner with anybody. So if you are not partnering with anybody, you have to make the money alone. You are not sharing profits on a daily basis, on a weekly, on a month. You're the one struggling. So if you don't want to struggle in this economy, you must partner, because nobody succeeds alone. So immediately I share the idea, I shared it to the first person. I conduct my survey, and he said yes, that is a nice idea. Call this one, talk to it, gather some mastermind, talk to it. Next thing after I shared my wife, and I say yes, we did graphic design, put on the slide. The next thing is last Saturday, I just said to launch it. So last Saturday, me and Ambassador Obon Billion and Elizabeth, we just in the office, we just did a little test run. This is called pilot project. So we just did small recording. Then on Sunday, Mr. Nat came. We did one. We went to radio. We just test run it. You know what happened? The results start coming. Internal results. So you see, so you must do this testing and tweaking. But after the first one we did, engineering listen to say, oh, you should have done this. You should have done this. So you see that you need to find strength in your inner circle. That's what I'm telling you. Before you create a mastermind group, Anybody that refuses to read should not be part of the mastermind group, because you'll be taking advice from people that refuse to read, that refuse to improve themselves, that you are taking advice from foolish people. You will have foolish results. That's why in selecting your 6 generals, you must be very careful to select somebody that is hungry for success, that is willing to learn, and that is teachable and what? Coachable. 3 things you look for people that will be in your mastermind group. Number 1, they must be willing. They must be willingness. They're not willingness. The person must be hungry. He must be hungry for success, and hungry for results, and hungry to become better as a person. Number 3, he must be teachable and coachable and mentorable. So if a person is not teachable, he's not coachable, you are giving him instructions, he's standing with you to argue with you every time. See, that person is having the rival spirit that Satan has, want to compete with God every time. So what you don't need, you don't need unnecessary competition right now. That energy, you don't need it. So just tell the person, Organo Vex, see, we have full-time, spare time, and part-time. No, we have full-time, part-time, and spare time. Okay, this is the relationship, where you go work, go to spare time. So I'm not going to drag anything. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you reduce it from full to part to spare, so that you will not be part of your mastermind. Because if your mastermind is always challenging you, is always seeing you as somebody that is when they drag something, your mastermind have what they call scarcity mentality. See, there is abundance in Nigeria. It's an abundance. I can assure you this. How am I so sure about what I'm telling you? Walk 10 streets in Uyo, 10 streets in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Uyo now. You cannot walk 10 streets without seeing a church. And every day they are opening more churches. And every Sunday go and see all of them are filled. Where is human being? But you're telling me I'm not even trying to say this to you. So as far as I know, we are the only community right now in Uyo that do daily intensive mentorship program to improve people's life intentionally. So they have life to be added value. So imagine what we are not just the best, we are just the first. And it's not about being the first. So if we will keep doing this, I said by today now, I'll talk with my landlord. We're going to pay for the next floor so that we can, because I'm seeing like the next, before this month, and this all no contain us again. I'm telling you, even rain is falling like cat and dog. See, crowd is full now. So imagine that rain low for like Monday. Everywhere outside is we must you must bite more than you can chew. Because how do you know your mouth is white if you don't bite more than you can chew? So you must bite more than you can chew. So you know your mouth is white, right? So they bite face. If you bite, you cannot chew it. Now you know your mouth is white. You know what they do. So that's the only way you can expand. So the next thing is fine-tune. Turn on fine-tune. We call testing and what? Tweaking. So write this down. Test and tweak your plan using data. I'm going to write the way I wrote on my note. I said, tweak your plan as the data informs you. Tweak your plan as the data informs you. Tweak. Tweak your plan. Tweak your plans as your data informs you. Tweak your plans as the data informs you. Tweak your plan as the data informs you. Do testing and tweaking. Involved in testing and tweaking. Everyone that does something, even iPhone is still doing testing and tweaking. This year they just brought iPhone, waiting then call them iPhone 15. You get one they call Pro Max, 4-point-something million. And people are already placing order for the phone. 4-point-something million naira, 2 plot of land. Person carry on for hand, big boy. So they don't even carry the phone, they do business. They are doing testing and tweaking. Next year they will test again and tweak. Mercedes-Benz is testing and tweaking. Corolla, Toyota, name them. Every year bringing 2003 model. Next year, 2024 model, 2025 model. Not only you want to do business, since you do the business, no testing and tweaking. So I received some embrace Android. They refuse to test and tweaking. Now, Nokia is struggling to come back to the market. They were two Nokia and Samsung, but Samsung is really embrace Android. And see what happens. You must be open-minded to testing and tweaking your ideas. You want to go on prospecting today. As you try this method, it did not work out well. You try for 10 people. Start the prototype of it. Test and tweak it. Come back again. Test and tweak it. Come back again. That's you can fine-tune your idea. You want to be successful in life. You want to build a house. You want to build a team. Test and tweak. In fact, even yesterday we just introduced something called the Mind Clinic. You know, I had the idea and I've been thinking about it. So on Monday, I was having a meeting with a superstar. So I told them we have different options. We have the Entrepreneurs Clinic, we have the Millionaires Clinic, we have the Mind Clinic, we have the Self Meeting. So they said, oh, Oga, we prefer Mind Clinic. I said, that means after our Millionaire School like this, I noticed that we have been forming small sales group like that. like 5 to 5, 6, talking about what you learn in Millionaire School, and then what are we going to do today, the strategy for the day, and AOD. At that level, people can tell you, oh, okay, I don't get transport, oh, I don't get money for airtime. At that level, because I just feel 5, 6 of them, it can be taken care of that level. And the thing is that we now say, okay, and now discuss, okay, what if everybody that have up to 4, it comes to the mind clinic, because after Millionaire School, we talk about the battle of the mind. So, and the person comes here, and today he felt so impacted, and he went to bring his brother. He said, come and listen to what I'm hearing now. That it's now 2, right? He now brought another person, he now brought another person. So he now become 4. And he's in the mind clinic for like 1 week. That is Monday to like 1 week. You as a leader tell him you have up to 4 people. Why not go and start your own mind clinic? Hey, that is a good one. So we now say, okay, we like it. Yesterday, and I gather all the mastermind team. I tell them, this is what we have it. I just pretend as if I've not even concluded the whole thing with the superstar. I said, which option do you like? Of course, superstar already said yes. So everybody just said yes to the matter. So today now, I'm coming to the general class that we are officially launching. That meeting used to have small, every 5 by 5, 6 by 6. Somebody that is there that have up to 4 people there should open and start his own mind clinic where he can become the boss, because human beings look for 3 things. They look for where they will have autonomy. Tell autonomy. They look for where they will be in charge. Tell them I'm in charge. Once you make a man in charge, you are good to go. Number 2, they're looking for where they can exercise their mastering. Tell them mastering. They want to be the master of everything there. Number 3, they must fulfill their purpose. Tell them purpose. There's nothing as satisfactory that helping others to achieve. If you read a book that says, if you achieve success, you fulfill. If you help others to achieve their success, you become more fulfilled. I think the business of the 21st century. Yes. So by the time you see your life at your level, you are impacting life. Money cannot afford it, because you are actually creating, connecting, and doing what? Contributing. Can see right now. So let's go to the last one. Implementing your ideas. If you are still with me, shall I? Hi. So let's see. I don't know. This one that every day, I think we are drawing table. We keep drawing tables inside this class. I think we'll finish the table today. I have something to even give us as Jara today. Tell me what Jara. Nigerian man like Jara too much. Then buy for more. Madam, give me Jara. Then buy crayfish. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how we can implementing your ideas. So we have stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Okay. Okay. So we have here the prototype. So we have here the prototype. Okay. The prototype is here. We have here piloting. So we have here adjustment and launch. Adjustment, and you launch it. I launch. So we're going to take some few notes there. So we just conclude it with okay. Prototype, piloting, adjustment, and launch. So you know what happened? Maybe I just finished the fine-tuning it, and I sold the idea to the mastermind, and they bought it. Maybe they bought it, I knew it's a done deal. Because if I wrote something and said, if you always have conflict, I don't know how to put it. Let me read on my notes, because I think I wrote it down. I like to write these things. Okay, I said, your ability and willingness to communicate will determine the quality and the quantity of your life. Write it down. Your ability and willingness to communicate will determine the quality and quantity of your life. Your ability and willingness to communicate will determine the quality and quantity of your life. Your ability and willingness. Your ability and willingness to communicate. Your ability and willingness to communicate will determine the quality and quantity of your life. Your ability and willingness to communicate will determine the quality and quantity of your life. Oh, as those are giving us this, just need like 10 lines. Need like 10 lines. It's going to be plenty. Like this one is plenty. But then it's like 5 lines for this. But before you write, because this one you're writing already. Because I needed to finish this. And let's just, I've already given some things to write, right? You guys already drawn this. I said your ability and willingness to communicate will determine the quality of your life. You know, I talk about implementing your ideas. So for you to implement your ideas, you must be able to communicate effectively. No. It's not under this. Okay, you guys are you written under prototype. No wahala, still leave am, no worry, just keep writing. You wrote it somewhere. Oh my God. It's okay. Yes, I have some things to give to before we go into here. So already written here, it's okay, no problem. We can still take it like prototype because for you to prototype everything, you must have the communication too. But I'm supposed to give the notes before this, but it's fine. If I'm taking the note here, it's okay. Right? I have 2 study statements before we go to here. This one is not plenty like that. It's okay, just keep writing. I said, words are so powerful that God uses to create everything out of nothing. Words are so powerful that God uses it to create everything out of nothing. Words are so powerful that God uses it to create everything out of nothing. Words. So, no matter how big your ideas is, your effectiveness of communication will determine whether they're going to come to reality or not. You have a wonderful idea, but you lack proper communication and effective communication. You cannot bring it to pass. Implementing becomes difficult. You can get everything right, but communicate to the hands of men. Even the Bible says to Timothy, he said, commit these things. Timothy was talking to Paul. Paul was talking to Timothy. So commit these things I'm giving to faithful men. He must that communicating to transfer. Oh my God, you must have it. I said, words are powerful that God created everything out of nothing. John 1:1, right? Okay. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and nothing was created except by Him. So everything was the Word. So and the Word became flesh and dwell among men. For your Word to become flesh and dwell among men, I'm going to say something very bad for this one right now, right? Your words must come flesh. The capacity to bring your ideas into an item. This is flesh. It's materializing it. So it must do with communication, and not just communication. It must be communication with passion, with communication with energy. Because if you transfer energy, it's called transferring belief. Human beings are vectors. You don't understand? We are carriers of thought. The more people that carry your thought, the more realistic it's going to be. Oh my God, you're not getting the la la. It's okay. Let's see what we are doing. I said, words are both materials and tools that God uses to produce everything. Words are both material and tools. Words are both material and tools that God uses to produce everything. Words are both material and tools. Words are both material. Words can break people's hearts. Words can break people's soul. Words can scatter relationships. Words can scatter the whole country. Words are powerful, are both material and tools that God uses to produce everything. Words are both material and tools that God uses to produce everything. So no matter how big your ideas is, no matter how wonderful your idea is, if you lack the power of communication, the prototype will not be able to come out. You want to be able to come out. What how you do it? Write this one down too. I said, your internal communication is going to be either leveraged or limited by your internal communication is going to be either leveraged or limited by your external communication. Your internal communication is going to be either a leverage or limited by your external communication. So the way you communicate with yourself internally, the way you communicate yourself internally, the way you communicate with yourself, your internal communication is going to be either leveraged or limited by your external communication. So if you cannot, this is your idea, you cannot have a clear, concise communication with yourself. This my idea is going to be world colors. This my idea is going to make a lot of difference. If you don't have that internal communication, when you are going to say it externally, you're going to be either limited or you're going to leverage on it. So if you can communicate effectively internally, then communicating it externally is going to be a leverage for you. You have a wonderful idea, but you don't know how to communicate it for somebody to buy your idea. You know what happened to you? You scatter the idea. It's because you lack the coordination or presentation of your idea. So how you want to present your idea as a prototype, you must first and foremost internally have a clear, concise declaration about your idea. And you're going to come from all these things answered. You're going to before you can do the prototype. So yeah, see with me, shall I? So everything starts from your internal communication. So once your internal communication is not correct, your external communication will not be correct. So definitely, so internal communication is not correct, external one will not be correct. Like you know what to say, That is why, let me say this to you. When you see these people that do deaf and dumb, they're always very angry because they know what to say, but they cannot say it. So they're angry and you're laughing at them, they will start fighting with you. The problem with illiterate is that illiterate lack words to express himself. He knows what to say internally, but he lack words in his vocabulary. So that's why reading is good for you. But then you start reading and studying in a master and you find so many words to express yourself. So you see, if you can raise a child in Nigeria, raise a child in US or UK, that child, in the kudos country, they have freedom of expression. I want to express myself. Daddy, they call 911, blah, blah, blah. That's why my children can never go there. But bros, they must go there when they're up to 18 years. My dad said, baby, send your brothers or children to say, his dad is not coming. I will vlog in my chest. I'm going to call 911 for you. Me, call 911. You appreciate. I will spank your head wherever for Nigeria. Those countries, that discipline. Nigeria has discipline. Can my child give me? Then he won't call 911 for me. At 18 years, government, they pay. I know they listen to me again for us. Are you normal? Are you normal? I got a rich kid. I don't need to flog like that. Anyway, I'm just a gentle that I'm a 21st century father. You have to be 21st century husband and father for you to succeed in this generation. You have to, don't say with the break plates. My papa will face return and boo. Before you go, mama return and boo. You are confused like this, But these days, my son will break that. We beg him, sorry, I hope he hurt you. Now look at the big young man. So sorry, go. Just can say, oh, I love you. He said, Daddy, I love you too. I said, no worry. And our own time was, we dey eat food for tray. We put rice, put meat. And someone like me, I like that very well. I'm going to chop my own. I will chop my sister. It's only damn full. No, I don't know what that is to me. And I don't know. I don't even think example of you. Boy, it's okay. So that is why they went. So let's get back to where we are going to this morning. You are still with me, shall So the problem with communication of implementing your idea, it starts with what we call prototype. So write this one down under here. I know you have been written a lot already. I said develop a prototype. Develop a prototype or a sample or a test of your service signature. Develop a prototype, develop it, a sample of it, a test of it, of your service signature. So that thing you want to do, that's your idea you want to do. Sit down, develop something like a prototype in terms of implementing it. You don't just stand and just launch your business without not passing through these 4 stages. You stand and launch your business, that's how you fail before the arrival. Develop a prototype, a prototype or sample or a test of service signature. So you must do a prototype, do a sample or a test of your service signature. That's the thing you want to do. Try and create a prototype of it. In fact, today Mr. Rotimi is going to bring a prototype of that for us. So by tomorrow, we are meeting he brought sample for me yesterday. This thing I told you about the master mind clinic and the goals and the everything. I have to sit down. I wrote this thing on my journal here: goals, job, attitude, motto, activities. So I wrote these things. I've been thinking about it, share it to 1 or 2, share it to my mentors, share. They now accept it. So I now develop the prototype. So he brought it yesterday. I said, no, this is not right, this is not right, this is not right, this is not right. So I send him back again. So today is bringing another one for me. By the time it's okay by today, I'm going to mass produce it. The first one I'm going to show you to are the Rising Star Mentors. Tomorrow. Rising Star Mentor is not on Friday. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow by 4 o'clock. So your Rising Star Mentor, you are bound to be in that meeting. You'll be in that meeting, shall I? Good and fine. So I'm going to give you the prototype. So you know what happened? I already sold it to myself internally. I've already sold it to myself. I sold it to my wife. She bought it. Showed it to my generals. They bought it. Showed it to the mastermind. They bought it. Sold it to the generals. They bought it. I'm going to show it to the what they call the Rising Star. When they buy it, the race is just the same. What Bible says, one will test 1,000, 2 will chase how many? 10,000, not 2. See, whatever you bound on earth is what? Bound in heaven. Whatever you lose on earth is lose what? In heaven. Once you can get someone to believe your idea, okay, it's a done deal. So the only way people can believe your idea is that you believe your idea, and you're going to develop the prototype. And do the prototype, look at it every day, do the testing and tweaking. Is that good or very good? Yes, let's go to piloting. Let's see what we can do. I say conduct a safe launch. Conduct a safe launch by offering the ideas to families and friends. Conduct a safe launch a safe launch, safe, S-A-F, safe launch, by offering your ideas to families and friends and close network. Conduct a safe launch. Sample. Conduct a safe launch by offering the ideas to families and friends and close network. Full stop. Under piloting. Conduct a safe launch. Conduct a safe launch by offering the ideas to families and friends and close network. Conduct a safe launch by offering the ideas to families and friends and close network. You know, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was one of my mastermind leader. He told me one lady that puts peanuts on a rubber. So the sister now decided to buy some and share to her friends. So they gave her one. So she got one. So that person is, I don't know where she learned it from, but just the way it is. So you now sample a product to family and friends. Let them taste the brand, and then from there they will decide to either patronize them or not. I have a friend in a 1000 that do parfait. So they gave me a sample of the parfait. I took it, I love it. That there are other 5. Share it to all of my friends. You know, you must conduct that safe launch by offering the ideas to families and what? Friends and close network. Full stop. Be open to constructive criticism and feedback. Be open to constructive criticism. Okay, I think so. Be open to constructive criticism and feedback, knowing that it is coming from friends that takes you seriously. Be open to constructive criticism. Under here. Be open to constructive criticism. Be open to constructive criticism and feedback. Be open to constructive criticism and what? Feedback. Knowing that it's coming from friends that take you seriously. Okay, be open to constructive criticism and feedback, knowing that it's coming from friends and families. Take it seriously. You know, be open to constructive criticism and feedback, knowing that it comes from friends. Full stop. Take it seriously. So take that constructive criticism. See, I tell somebody, if you don't want to be criticized, don't be a leader. If you don't want to be criticized, don't build people. If you don't want to be criticized, don't build a team. You don't want to be criticized, don't build organization. If you don't want to be criticized, don't build a community. Don't build a business family, because there's nothing you will do that somebody will not criticize it. But look at where it comes from. If your family and friends that you sold the idea to accepted it, criticize you, you should change it. Once everything is settled at that level, what other people are saying is people's opinion. People's opinion don't pay your bills. So once the people you are working with to push it, see, even though the thing is a bad product, as far as, I don't know how to say it, there's a market for everybody. There's this company called Energy Drink that have this Red Bull and what other one, Monster or something like that. Nathaniel, how they call that drink? Monster also. Now that Monster have been sold globally, and this Red Bullet, also what they call it. So the company that just started, he knew that this guy is a market giant, and people just buy that Red Bull and Red something. They will drink some of them. They will drink it and they don't finish it. So the guy now decided to do half or 3/4 of that Red Bull. I forgot the name of the new drink. Something, I forgot the name. So the guy did that and did not put it on the counter where the Red Bull and Red Bullet and the Monster is. He put it on the, as they are buying, want to leave the supermarket. He put it there so somebody can easily have some change and collect that thing and feel drink. In fact, there's this drink now, Obi Kubana brought. What they call that drink again? Odogu. Perfect. There were other existing of the drink, bitter, those small drink that we just buy and sachet. Perfect. This is market penetration. By the time you sell those things to your family and friends and they bought the idea, it doesn't matter what the market thinks. Push it. I remember when this thing come out, this bleach called Jik. You know Jik now? Yeah. Jink, something like this, Abi? Yeah. So when I was in secondary school, this light was that Jik. One white container or something, a bit blue also. So that time, Hypo came. Hypo now said a bleach with a sachet. I know how many people talk that this thing can never sell in a sachet. But because the guy that invented that idea has already internally agreed with himself, externally communicated with his friend, he pushed it. In fact, they almost pushed Jik out of. In fact, they pushed Jik out of the market. That time they do